District 5280. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. This is District Governor Albert Hernandez here with another episode of the Rotary Buzz podcast. I'm excited. I'm so pumped up because we've got a president of the Woodland Hills Rotary Club, Sandy Rosenholz. Sandy, how you doing?
I'm fine. Hope you're doing good.
I'm doing well. Thank you, sir. Sandy, I've been so excited to work with you this past year, actually almost a year and a half now since you've been doing all your training. And you're such a special person, very well connected in the community. And I'm excited to have you on the episode this week so we can all get to know you a little bit better. So why don't we kick it off? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your upbringing, where you're from, your work, whatever you're comfortable sharing with
Right.
the district.
Well, I'm originally from Staten Island, New York, and I was in the pet supply business for almost 40 years. And I retired. I moved out to California in '73, and I retired in 2009. And then after about a year and a half or 2 years of doing nothing but playing golf and having lunch, I decided that I didn't like not working, and I went back to work. And now I do senior care. Um, and that kind of led me to Rotary. So I guess it was fortuitous that I switched careers, so to speak. So I'm married. I have two children and two twin grandsons who just turned 9, and living the good life.
Yeah. When did you get to Los Angeles County? When was that?
In 1973, I've been here
73.
52 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. You mentioned your grandkids. Did you bring your grandkids to the Foster the Love Project?
Yeah,
I
they
thought I
love
saw
that
that.
project. They've been there twice at least, and maybe even three. I'm not sure, but they've been there twice. Yeah.
Why was it important for you to bring them to that project?
Well, as it turns out, my grandparents used to drag me when I was a little kid, and it stuck with me. And I'm just blessed that the two of them really like to volunteer. They help me clean the streets on Saturdays.
Mm.
They've been to Hope the Mission. They donate money. They show up. They make lunches for people. So I'm
Mm.
really excited to kind of work with them in this in the sphere that we're in, so to speak. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Why don't we talk a little bit about senior resources? I'm curious a little bit more to hear a little bit more about the mission of the organization and the types of support that you offer.
Sure. So basically, what we do is we help seniors and their families solve the problems of senior care.
Mhm.
Uh, we basically answer all the questions they need to know. We help them get caregivers
Mhm.
anywhere from 1 to 24 hours a day. And we also help people move from their homes into any kind of community when they can't stay in their home safely.
Mhm.
So it's a double kind of system, which works great because we're not pushing them one way or the other.
Yeah.
And I'm age appropriate because most of the clients are probably either my parents or
Mm.
and so
Yeah.
they kind of relate to me, and it's been very, very nice.
Do you provide that service throughout Los Angeles County, or is there certain
Yeah, but
regions that
I'm
you help?
basically LA and LA City and the Valley. I'm mostly in the Valley. I'm probably 80%, 90%. I end up in the Valley. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great work that you're providing. It's an
Yeah,
essential resource.
I get to help people. Before I used to help dogs, cats, birds, and fish. Now I help people.
No, I think it's wonderful. Let's transition a little bit into Rotary. Tell me when you joined Rotary and how you got involved and why you got involved.
Well, I've always been a little bit charitable through the years and doing lots of stuff, because of my grandparents and my
Mm.
parents. But I, in the senior care business, I had met somebody that was in Rotary, and he said, "You need to come to Rotary. You're going to make a fortune."
Mm.
And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "When you walk into this place, you're going to see all your clients sitting at lunch." And Rotary Club of Woodland Hills was a gold mine. The people there were very aged, as they say. But after about a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I noticed that people really weren't networking. They were just doing projects. They were talking
Mm.
about what happened.
Yeah.
And I kind of said, "Wow, this is really interesting. This is good. I love this. I love the fact that it's not just one charity. It's like all different avenues."
Yeah.
And I got hooked. And Rose Goldwater was a great
Mm.
member of our club, and she kind of got me in the club with Paul Gross, and the rest is history. I've been there almost 11 years now. So
And this is your first time serving as president, is that correct?
yes, it is.
What motivated you to say yes?
I think I was out of the room when they picked me. No, I like the idea of being a leader. I kind of probably would have picked a little bit later,
Mm.
maybe another couple of years, but we kind of needed it, and it's been a real great ride. I mean, this has been a experience of my life, and you're having an unbelievable year, and I am too. I mean, I'm just so proud of my club. So
Yeah, no, thank you and your club for everything you all have been doing. It's here we are entering the 10th month,
yeah,
of the year, and it really is flying by. I get it. I'm right there with you.
yeah,
Time flies when you're having fun, I guess.
yeah, yeah. When you're
So
big, yes, that's true. Yeah.
so think about the years that you've been in Rotary. Think about the projects. What is your Rotary moment? That moment in your time that you said, "Wow, this is what it's all about. This is why I'm a Rotarian."
Well, in that beginning, I told that about being there and seeing all the work they did, but there's so many moments. But I was blessed last year to go to Ecuador on the
Hmm.
humanitarian trip, and um, the Ecuador trip was a little different than most of the other trips. There was a much smaller group, and literally we were there 9 days, and about 8 or 9 of us actually did projects every day for 9 days. We did not have a vacation, so to speak.
Hmm. Yeah.
And that was extremely fulfilling. And to find out the impact that Rotary has with their money, especially in a third world country, kind of
Right.
with the way our money just helps people, and
Mm.
it was just a great experience. And I think everybody that's been on that trip that I've talked to, they said it was one of the best trips they ever
Mm.
went on. So I was just lucky to be on that trip with them.
That's wonderful. I love our humanitarian trips. I say it all the time, we're the only district that does a district-wide humanitarian trip.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
think we're in our 23rd year or so. So it's
Yeah.
been wonderful seeing all
And
the
you've
different
done
countries.
two of it. You're going to be have done two when you're finished.
Oh boy. Yeah, we're a couple of weeks away from Barbados. So
Yeah.
what a year. What a year.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the Rotary Club of Woodland Hills. I remember I've been in Rotary 20 years this month, and Woodland Hills was always one of the strong clubs in our district from the old 52 District 5260 days. Tell
Correct.
me how your club is doing. How healthy is the club? What are some great projects that you've done this year? Because whoever's doing your social media, it's been stellar. I see almost on a weekly basis projects that you all are doing. So give me a recap of how your club is doing and what
Well,
where you are right now.
projects is that's kind of one of the goals of my year. I wanted to make sure that we had so many projects that everyone had enough to do all the time,
Mm.
and I think we accomplished that this year. And one of the reasons I think we did was when I was planning the year, I said I didn't want just one committee chair. I wanted for the avenues of service. I always wanted co-chairs and
Yeah.
then even maybe a third banana, as they say. And and I think I got that accomplished in most of the avenues of service.
Yeah.
And because of that, we had more ideas coming into the fold, and we ended up with a lot more projects. And I think that's one of the reasons why we've having such a great year.
Yeah, and one of our, we've got the Rotary International theme, the magic of Rotary, which is true. Rotary is such a magical organization that does so much work. But our local theme that we have here in our district, teamwork makes the dream work. Tell me a little bit about some of the initiatives that you all have been doing or implementing, because I see a lot of collaborations with the clubs in the valley, and Woodland Hills is always there.
Well,
Tell me about
that
that.
was another one of the goals that I had set for myself was to get really more involved with the clubs. I'm a believer that Rotary is one big Rotary.
Hmm.
There's really, even though there's clubs, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And I felt that we really have to start reaching out to the other clubs. So, and even for the district governor visit, we had 80 plus people come to
Yeah.
your meeting there, and that was kind of the beginning. It was the beginning of the year,
Hmm.
and it followed through. So we've done projects with Van Nuys, we've done projects with Calabasas, we've done projects with Granada Hills, we've done projects with San Fernando Evening. We've done projects with many other clubs,
Yeah.
and including the foster youth
Hmm.
program.
Yeah.
And we always do the Angel City celebration at Magic Johnson Park. We've
Hmm.
been doing the bikes for years there. So
Yeah.
I believe that the more collaboration we do in the Rotary system is better for all the clubs, including a big one like myself, and to help the little ones because we have maybe more money and
Yeah.
we also have more volunteers, so we can help a smaller club get things done that maybe they couldn't do on their own.
Yeah. No, that's great. Great feedback. So we've talked about yourself, we talked about your business, we talked about Rotary moments. I actually I want to pick your brain a little bit about what has been the biggest challenge for you as president this Rotary year?
The biggest challenge for me probably has been membership.
Hmm.
Um, but part of that became I couldn't find anyone to take. Oh, I've been membership for 3 years.
Okay.
And so when I became president, I just said I'll take care of membership, even though we've got someone, but it just didn't work the way it wanted to.
Yeah.
And I think since I spent more time being president than membership, maybe our census numbers aren't as good.
Hmm.
But the club is strong. The people are involved. We're doing more projects. People are doing more things. We have raised more money this year from our members than I think any year previous.
Hmm.
And we have also raised more money from outside sources in fundraising than I think in any year previous. So the combination of reaching out to different communities has really, I think, worked for our club.
Yeah.
We're involved with some of the chambers of commerce. We're involved with other charities. I'll give you an example. I'm on the board of directors of the Los Angeles Jewish Home, and I'm in charge of
Hmm.
bingo on Wednesday nights. And I have 5 groups now doing bingo on Wednesday nights.
Well,
So Rotary's involved
yeah.
and other chambers of commerce, networking groups,
Right.
senior groups. So the goal here is to kind of mesh it all together and get people
Yeah.
involved together, and that's good for membership.
Yeah.
People find out what you're doing good, they want to join your club.
Yeah. A somewhat of a similar question. So Rotary is now in our 120th year as of February. As we look to the future, what do you think is the biggest challenge for Rotary in general? Any idea on where's the opportunity for growth for Rotary?
I think that, yeah, the membership. I mean, our new president says membership is the number one goal, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think we just have to start reaching out to groups differently than we used to.
Hmm.
Next year, our president, Christie, will do a great job. She's already decided that she wants to have a night meeting. We're a lunch meeting, and
Hmm.
she wants to have a night meeting specifically to bring in younger people who can come at night and can't really leave a business during the day if their bosses won't let them.
Hmm.
So that could bring in a lot more people into the club, and I'm almost visualizing 2 clubs in Rotary Woodland Hills, like a lunch club and
Yeah.
a dinner club, and
Yeah.
having projects together but separate
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think membership is always the thing, and because I do believe in the mission of Rotary International, I think getting the members to understand what happens when you donate to international
Hmm.
and the fact that 3 years later 50% of it comes
Right.
back, so we can do the projects like we just did the fire projects, and we presented a check 2 weeks ago with Granada Hills up at
Hmm.
uh, the one up at Porter Ranch, Church of the Valley. What's it called?
Good Shepherd?
Shepherd Hills of the
Oh,
Valley. Yeah,
Shepherd. Yep. Yep.
and they did all the legwork to find the families that needed the money, and we wrote the check.
Yeah.
So that kind of collaboration
Hmm.
is kind of what I'm thinking people should do, and
Yeah.
then people will give more money also.
Yeah. It's interesting. How old is your club?
Our club is let's see,
Okay.
69 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm with the Burbank Club, and we're having those same conversations right now. We're thinking about putting a satellite club together. That's a happy hour evening club focus on the young professionals of Burbank, the people that are at the local studios. So uh, definitely we should be thought partners on this and see how your journey goes doing that
Yeah.
evening meeting, and we'll share
And
the
I'm
same
I'm
resources.
I'm I'm trying to get my wife to let me go to the singles Rotary event. Uh,
Yeah, we hope we have a great turnout for that one. What is it? May 29th, we've got it. Sherman Oaks, down the street from you.
yep.
All right. So pretend like I am not a Rotarian. What would you tell me to persuade me or inspire me to join Rotary?
Well, I think the first thing that I would tell someone is that if you like to give back in any form at all, Rotary is probably the best place to do it.
Mm,
And that's what got me in it. In the pet supply business, I was a manufacturer's rep, and I always had a lot of companies juggling different ownerships and different products.
yeah,
And Rotary, you don't have to, you're not functioning on just children. You're not doing just disease. You're not doing homelessness. You're doing
yeah,
water. You're doing all these different projects, and you get to pick what you want. So if you're not sure about how you want to give back to the community, Rotary, I think, is a excellent place to do that, to get your feet wet and stay,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah. Sold. You got me.
Yeah.
So this has been a wonderful getting to know Sandy. Again, you are just awesome, and people definitely appreciate all that you put into your work. You know, you've done a wonderful job these last 10 months.
Thank you.
To close it up, what is there anything that you'd like to share? Anything that we haven't touched on that you think the membership of our district and other people who are non-Rotarians, whoever's listening to this, anything you want to share about Rotary in general?
I would just say that if you have some passion that you think you want to do something in, give Rotary a shot because we'll make it happen. Anyone could call me anytime at any club, and if they say we're going to do something, I'm going to try to work it out to make sure that we can work together because I think together we are much stronger.
Oh yeah.
Makes the magic for Rotary, and teamwork makes the dream work. And united for good. I mean these and my phrase was hope, HOPE, helping other people every day.
Hmm.
That's what Rotary does.
You're
Uh,
right. You're right.
it's the best feeling in the world when you give someone the education so they can go and do better with their lives. It's great when you can give a computer to a kid in school that's never had one before,
Right.
or build a water tower in a town that didn't have fresh water in the year 2024.
Mm.
Rotary's great.
It is. Well, I appreciate you making time. I know you got a busy day, but sharing information about Senior Resources Inc., the impact that Woodland Hills Rotary Club is making in the region and globally, all that is wonderful. And and you've been doing it. You're the leader of the club, and you've been hitting home runs each and every week. So thank you for what you've done, and I actually personally thank you for bringing your grandkids to the projects. That's how we get people engaged and committed to
I
service. So that's
They
that.
want to come. They
Yeah.
want to come.
That's
They've been through
super.
a lot of stuff. Thank you. And I want to say that you have done an amazing job.
Mm.
You really have. And people were worried you were too young. No, you're an old hand at this. You know what to do, and it's been a great pleasure working under you.
Likewise, Sandy. I appreciate working with you. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for making time for us, and I'll see you at some Rotary event. Take care.
Okay, you'll see me real soon, I'm sure.
All right, buddy. Take care now.